Welcome to Mastering Mathematics. Here's our instructor, Dr. Karen Wester.
Hello, welcome again to another in the series, Mastering Mathematics, program sponsored by the Ministry of Education using its EBU unit and its Mathematics Center and ABS Television. Yes, we are working past papers, exam questions, so we can at least tell our students how and what and why certain questions must be interpreted the way it is. But while I was out doing that, concentrating on paper 2, I took a look back and went to the multiple choice. Teachers, we have got to start giving these children every class some multiple choice question. My results were not good. And so today, you, the general public, I'm asking for your intervention. So you two at home will have to ask your students to come and do some of the questions. I'm also calling upon my grade 6 students to help me with my performance right now, because it's the basic things that they have completely forgotten. Would you imagine? You're going to see, because I'm going to use Oxford Mathematics for the Caribbean by Nicholas Goldberg, his skill workbooks for CSEC book 4 with its multiple choice questions to help us to get our students ready. Anywhere you see multiple choice questions, anywhere you see these students, just tell them, come, work this for me. This is the paper where they are not allowed to use calculators. And 60 questions in 90 minutes. Students, we have to do better than this. So today, we're going to take a step back, drop the paper 2, and work as many of the multiple choice questions as we can. Let's see how we go, all right? And I want you at home to test yourselves too. My complaint and my claim is students have been taught and have been given these concepts. So now we have to awaken whatever giant they have within them that has gone to sleep. We cannot sleep. We cannot afford to sleep before writing that examination. All right? So here we are. The first question. And notice I'm taking my time because I want to call them out at the same time that you at home with your notebooks can write them, and we are working together. All right? It's not a test. We are now in a workshop situation, and not even the rain there, Santa is ready, can be as busy as we're going to be for the next 2 months. All right? In each question, circle the correct answer. And that is what they have to do in the multiple choice. But you cannot circle those answers until you would have worked the problem, gotten your answer, and then you would go and match it with what is there. Okay? So don't tell me anything anymore about saying eeny, miny, mo. No. There's a format and you must work these questions. My grade 6 students, my grade 5 students, even my grade 4 students, you can sit into, because this is a large classroom and we're throwing it out now because I know this work you can do too. The first question, and right, and it says, what is a third plus, and it is 4/7. And no, I'm not making joke when I say my students, my fifth form students, they're in trouble with something like this. Because they hear it says fifth form exam, they probably forget that they did something like this in grade 3. Alright? Now, our first task then, and let me not cheat you, so you would say, and the examiners would have given you your choice. The choice A, is it 1/12? B, is it 2/7? C, Is it 19 over 21? And D, is it 1? These are the choices, okay? What is a third plus 4/7? And A, is it 1 over 12? B, 2 over 7? C, 19 over 21? And D, 1. I'm using the workbook provided by Nicholas Goldberg. He was there 2 weeks ago helping teachers here in Antigua to understand better the teaching strategies that we use in mathematics. Jetta, what's the first thing we'd have to do here?
Find a common denominator.
Yes, we're finding what do students usually call it?
The
LCM. Yes, that's what they call it. So the first thing we'd have to do is to find the LCM. And it doesn't matter what you call it. You could say, yes, you're finding the common denominator. And what would be the LCM here?
21.
21. Okay, how did we get that? For my students and my parents at home, we're coming down, and LCM means that we're working the lowest common multiple. There's nothing here with 2's, so we go with the 3. 3 into 3 goes once, and 3 can't go into 7 without leaving a remainder, so we bring it down, and you're saying 7, and you're going 1, 1. And once we have, did you hear me saying that right? Once we would have reached the line where all the numbers are 1, that is where we stop. And so the LCM here, the LCM is just equal to 3 times 7. The numbers on the side, okay? That is what we take. And I would have seen my little students just going multiply by 7, multiply by 7, multiply by 3, multiply by 3. And that's correct, all right? We cannot compare two unlike things. They've got to be similar. So we've got to start from the same foundation. And that is what we do when we try to find the LCM. So the LCM here would have been 21. And then right away we can see 3 into 21 would be 7 times. 7 times 1. So you divide by the numerator, okay, the LCM. 3 into 21, 7 times. And then when we get the 7, we multiply it by the numerator. So you'll be saying 7 times 1, and we get 7. And you write plus, and then you would be going again, 7 divided by 7 into 21. So 21 divided by 7, that's what we're saying. So let's get the words right. 21 divided by 7, okay? So 7 into 21, that would give us 3, and 3/4 would give you 12. All right? And we know in something like this, what are we doing? We're adding, and so we're going to get, it is 7 plus 12 would give me 19, and it's over the 21. Okay? And even if you did it up here, where you were just saying 1 times, oh, this is not working on this board. Let's get this blue one, because we want people to see. Even if we were saying 1 times 7, and it's over 3 times 7, and it is plus 4 times 3 over 7 times 3, we'd be saying 7 times 1 would give you 7, 3 times 7 would give you 21, and it's plus 3/4 12 over 21. And what do we say when the denominators are the same? We just say we add the numerators. And then so it will be 7 plus 12, and then you still get your 19 over 21. You do not add the denominators. And the only things that gets added are the numerators. Okay? So the answer. So what do we do after that? We focus our little eyes, we look at our choices, and without even going anything, here is your answer. And that is how you choose your answer for your multiple choice. Okay? What we learned in our primary school from coming out of kindergarten straight into what we used to call junior 1 and now grade 3, that is the first question for this multiple choice. And I have my fifth formers getting that wrong. Oh my gosh. Second question. Again, what is because we're working today, because we have to go back over these things again. All right. And all eyes and focusing right away. What is the value? What is the value of, and this time it is, let's write with this blue one, with this partner. It is 2 1/3, and it is minus 3/4, and all over, and it is 1/6. Okay, what is the value of 2 1/3 minus 3/4 all over 1/6? And the choices. Choices we have, there were A, and it is 19/72, and it is B, 2/3, and it is C, 1 1/3, and it is D, 9 1/2. Okay, our choices, just so we can see those. Our choices are 19/72, B, 2/3, C, 1 1/3, and D, 9 1/2. And they're asking us, what is the value of? Now, do not make anything appear too complicated for you. Okay? Treat, as long as you have that line over, treat it as if, okay, I have a part that I'm going to be calling my numerator, and I still have the denominator. All right? So we have our numerator and our denominator. But let us work first with our area that we're calling the numerator. And this is just 2/3, and it is minus 3/4. All right? And everybody knows, I see my students these days like to say, bring the mixed number, because we know that this is a mixed fraction. Isn't that true? What is the definition for mixed fraction? It has
Whole number and
whole
fraction.
number and fraction. All right? So it has the whole number and the fraction. So they like to bring the mixed number, the mixed fraction, to an improper fraction. And what's the improper fraction, Jetto?
236 plus 17 over 3.
What's the improper fraction? What's the definition for an improper fraction? Not here. An improper fraction.
The numerator is usually larger than the denominator.
Exactly. The numerator is usually larger than the denominator. Okay, so when we see these top-heavy people with the skinny feet, we think about it as improper fraction. So you have 3 2's will be 6, 6 and 1 will give us 7/3, and it's minus the 3/4. So you see, you reduce it again to a simple sum. Yes, in this classroom, just has to be a student. I don't care if he's a cameraman. That is why we call and say, our people in this 21st century must be polyvalent. All right? So they must be able to switch from one thing. So just don't say, hey, I'm a tradesman. No, so no. Yes, we'll ask you everything. Okay? So that's what it is. When he comes here, he doesn't come here just a cameraman. He has to take part in this mathematics classroom. All right. So we have trained it to that. And then, of course, what are we going to find now? We're going to find the LCM. That is right. Right, Mommy, you're better than these students. Good, because I heard that auntie answering up that question, you know, and my granny, okay, 90 years and saying, all right, we're going to be doing something. All right, so it is now, the LCM you're going to tell me is 12. Okay, what? Did I hear sister coughing? Okay, let's take a break, and then we will be coming back to continue this because we don't want you to cough, cough, cough because you're laughing so much. We want you to be focused on what we're doing. So take a break, and we'll be right back.
Carefully read over the sections of your textbook assigned by your teacher and look carefully at the sample problems. Decide if you benefit more by reading before or after the instructor covers the material.
Don't look on what I cannot do. Focus on what I can do. I may not say what I do, but I can hear and feel it. I still will.
I may not hear, but that does not and should not affect my ability to learn and to function in the real world.
I am a gifted student. I need the opportunity to soar. Support me in my climb to higher levels of learning.
Some of our children have special educational needs. They have a right to an education. So, let us teach them the way that they learn and help them to achieve their full potential.
Join us for a new series of Mastering Mathematics, Mondays and Tuesdays, 6:30 p.m. here on ABS TV.
All right, everything is all right, and we're ready now for this class. Yes. So we have our LCM, and it is 12, and we can say 3 into 12 goes 4 times 4 sevens will give you 28, and it's minus 4 into 12 would be 3. 3 threes would give us 9. Okay, so that 28 minus 9 would just leave you, it's now equal to 19 upon 12. Isn't that true? So we're looking right away to see if in any situation over here, here we go, 3 2s and 6 and would give us 7, right? Is the sum finished? No. Isn't that what we do in school at time? Yes. Because we're just working and you forget, hey, this sum is not finished, you know. So just don't look on any answer to see anything. That is what students, you must not do. Keep focused and you're remembering. What are we working? We're just working the numerator. And the numerator, so from the numerator, we're going to get that the answer is equal to 19 upon 12. But did we have a denominator? Yes. So don't forget it, all right? And so what do we have to do now? It's usually numerator divided by denominator. So having gotten this answer, it's now 19 over 12 divided by 1 over 6. And when we are dividing, what do we do? And I want you to answer, Jetta, because your daughter is listening.
I think it would you upturn the first one or the first equation, have to inverse the equation after.
Exactly.
After the
division.
After the division sign.
Yeah.
And change the sign for division.
19 over 12 multiplied by 6 over 1. This is what Jetta was telling you, okay? Not the fraction in front. Get it right, okay? The fraction at the back of the division sign. We are going to invert because we change it to a multiplication. And then we can cancel. So we're going 6 into 6 goes once. 6 into 12 goes 2 times. And when we multiply, we're getting 19 over 2, which is equal to 2 into 19 twice, 9, 18, and 1 upon 2. And we look, and do we see that choice on the board? And we say yes. So having got this, we match it now to the choice, so we know the answer is D. All right? In that examination room, you may be asked to shade just with your letters. So you start looking and see, okay? So that it is D. You cannot find those answers. You should not be shading things unless you would have done the work. Okay? Do the working and then match your answers. Now, look at this one. What are we going to get for the answer here? Now, we have to go slowly, all right? We can't emphasize enough. Slowly. Because this would have been something that we would have been taught. And yes, still we get our students performing badly in that multiple choice. And we have to work teachers very hard now with the multiple choice paper. Any multiple choice question, if you don't have sufficient, come and see me. But all the links are there. Of course, we gave you already. CSEC has them, the Canon, the Caribbean.org. Just ask us, and Nicholas Goldberg did give us a lot of links too when he came for that session. So teachers, you should be in possession of those. And still, you can come and see me to get some of the multiple choice questions. Now, which statement is true? Okay, this question is asking which. Okay, so this is our which. Which statement, because I want you writing with me, statement is true. Okay, which statement is true? And here what we have, 2/3 sign, that particular sign, 3/4. So that is A, first choice. B, your choice here for the B is asking 4/5, this symbol, okay, 5/7. And I can well prepare you, Jetta, you know, I'm not calling the symbol, so you know what I'm going to be doing afterwards. And then this is 6/7. And again, we have this symbol, and it is 5/6. And then we have D, which is 3/4. And it is less, not supposed to be saying anything. For that symbol, 4/7. Okay? Question. Which statement is true? There are two things that's involved here that we are testing. Jetta, do we know the concepts that's being tested right now?
Yeah, you got the LCM a lot, I guess.
Okay. Now he's telling me, I'm not asking you that yet, you don't reach there yet. You're asking me the third thing I would have asked you. The first thing I'm asking, do you know the two concepts that would be involved here? And that is what we have to start doing to make our students start examining, okay? And this is a part of the things that we say. It's not just reading the question and see, but asking yourself, what am I being tested on here? And I will start helping you to say, well, the first thing they want me to know, or that I should know, is that I can't really compare these two things unless they're wearing the same clothes. Isn't that true? Right, so we're actually testing equivalent fractions. Isn't that true? Mm-hmm. Okay, because, and we're going to make certain that they will be coming from the same denominator. So you're right. We would have to change them either to decimal numbers, so then they will be in the same units. Just as how we say, you won't be comparing meters and inches. So we have to get them in the same unit. And although we're not using the word unit, when we talk about equivalent fraction, we are talking about saying the same denominators. Okay? What is this symbol?
Greater than, less than.
Okay, so this is greater than, this is less than. And people are always asking, how do you know which one? And I tell them, look at it as if it's a pig for a chicken or a bird, okay? And the little mouth here that's pricking up, that is less than. And the one that's opened up like this, like the grundy for the crab, that is greater than, all right? Or the other thing I say, The one that you can just jam in your belly, because you see some of these girls, they're wearing the button bellies and so forth with their earrings, okay? So the point for the earrings, that this is the like pointing back here, okay? That would be less than, and greater than, okay, would be the open one. So, but again, I like to say, if you stick it onto anything, you know, these people like to draw the little graphic, and then you put on something like that, okay? Give it a little eye. So if you're doing something like that, but when it is going the opposite way, now you know that, no, that is greater than, okay? So, here we are. So the first thing that we would have to do is to make certain that we find the LCMs and make certain that we have them over the same common denominator. Tomorrow is another day, and you know what? I want to see if you can do this. I want to see if you can change all these fractions, making them having the same denominators, and then you can do your comparison to see if you can answer the question, which statement is true. Okay? And you're saying statement, and it's numbers, I see. Right, the numbers make a statement, all right? So you're supposed to be able to read these things. Notice we're saying 2/3, and it is saying 2/3 is greater than 3/4, okay? And they're asking us, is that a true statement or is it a false statement? You have to dress it up, you have to prepare it, so then you can compare and see which one we're saying. So we're going to send you off and tell you the next day that you get back to us, then we're going to pick up from right there to ask you, did you get it out? Or you're going to watch me working and telling you, this is what you should have done, and see if you too had done that, and so you're in a position to get the right answer. It's always a pleasure coming into your homes and to make certain that you understand that mathematics is something we have to keep on practicing, and for an examination, you know you want to be on the ball, so you cannot drop any points now. You cannot afford to say, well, and parents, please push those children. And you know what? You have to keep them focused. They can't be doing mathematics and thinking about what's happening next weekend or what's coming up. In a classroom, let them understand, right, at one session, this hour, I concentrate only on. But you know what's happening nowadays? Watch them. Duck, 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 duck. Even if it's not the tablet, okay? It is still these nice, expensive phones that you're giving them. I just want the tablet so that you can see that they can watch things on here. Any little one of these that they're doing, the mathematics, mastering mathematics is here. Encourage them to start looking at the educational stuff and using the tablets in these instances. I had one of my little students who said she was actually showing another student how to do some POE, okay? So everything comes up right here. So make certain that they're practicing and keep them focused. I don't see these days how you can be in a classroom and there's still so many things. You're listening, a teacher is there talking, and a phone is ringing. That can't be right. So parents, we're asking you please to go back. Go back and see what you used to do, what your parents used to do with you, and train your children. Train them. You're going to waste your money if you send them off to university and think that anybody cares. Nobody cares if they come to class, they don't come to class. Nobody looking out for them. And these universities are not cheap, all right? But they have to start getting the practice from here. Concentration is important, and keep focused. So, all this, we're going to tell them. All this, we have to do teachers, not just teaching the mathematics. We have to teach them about life and teach them how to study. Because some of them don't know. And that is our task. So, until tomorrow, please concentrate on my sum. See to it that you're working this, coming back with my answer or a suggestion. And even if you don't get it right, don't give up. See you tomorrow.
Join us next time for another in the series, Mastering Mathematics, a production of the Education Broadcasting Unit in the Ministry of Education and ABS TV.